Y'all asked for cameo appearance of the dogs. Come here, Nala. We'll start with her first. Yeah, she's about to start leading belly first, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. I feel it happening, y'all. Cannot believe she got pregnant. Unbelievable. I thought you were too young. How could you do this to me? Huh, Nala? Anyway. And then, of course, you got the guy who impregnated her. Gizmo. I didn't even think Gizmo could do the nasty. Honestly. How did you learn to do the nasty, Gizmo? Huh? Boy, I tell you. You tricked me. They got me, y'all. They got me. So anyway, we'll see. She's getting there. After a while, she's going to be leading belly first. I mean, she's still running around and playing like she don't even know she's pregnant, which she don't. She's got the puppy brain. She's running up and down the steps and stuff. I'm like, easy. You're with children. You're with children. And let's see what kind of father Gizmo is going to be. He's not a very tolerant guy to like puppies and stuff like that. I know he's going to be like, go on now, get the kids out of here. They ain't on it. Shoot, if I'd have known it was going to be like this, I should keep all the puppies just to drive him crazy. See if he does that again. Anyway, so thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. Please share my videos and continue to introduce people to my channel. Make sure, though, you tell them to subscribe and turn on their notifications to all so they won't miss any of my videos. Somebody said puppies are joy. Yeah, they're joy until they go from puppies to dogs. Yeah, when that puppy poop starts smelling like grown dog poop, I'm like, hey, I used to breed English Mastiffs years ago when I lived in Cincinnati. And if you know anything about them, they're the largest breed of dog. And those puppies, they have a big litter. They would have like 9, 10, 11, 12 puppies. And they are all adorable. Adorable, man. Until their poop turns to grown dog poop. Man, that mother, Nala, her name was Nala too. The female would stay in that kennel. And she would guard and watch over those puppies and clean up behind them like a real mother. You would think she really loved them. You know, dogs can behave in a way where you kind of see them through your eyes. You're like, man, that is nothing but love. But love. I mean, I would take a puppy out of that kennel and she's like, where are you going? I would send her outside to use it. She would go out there so quick, come back knocking on that door like, I got to see my babies. I got to see my babies. Jump in there, feed them all day and all night long. And it was like she knew the time, 8 weeks exactly. Like she was looking at a watch. All right, 3, 2, 1. They're 8 weeks. I'm out. She got out that kennel and left me hanging. All I had was the puppies. I'm sitting there like, what? You ain't gonna go in and clean up the poop? None. I gotta do this now. And they was eating dog food instead of drinking that puppy milk. And that dog food made they poop turn to grown dog poop, and they wasn't cute no more. Wasn't cute no more. I'd come down there looking at them and despiteful, like y'all nasty little covered in poop wanting to play. That used to burn me up. I mean, little puppies, man, they all there playing with it and covered there. I got to give them all baths, trying to sell them. People coming to see the puppies. How am I going to sell you a puppy just covered in poop? Thanks for coming to look at them. They had a poop fight downstairs. They were just hurling it at each other. But there's a little sponge off and they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Quick story before I go, though. I had one litter who I didn't think I could sell it. I had one puppy in the litter that I was like, oh my God, where'd this puppy come from? He was scrawny and shaggy. He didn't look like an English Mastiff at all. I'm thinking, Nala, did you go out, one night and mess around with a werewolf or something? I mean, he was real small and I called him Squirrelly. And I'm thinking to myself, looking at the litter, it was like 10 of them. I'm like, man, I'm going to be stuck with Squirrelly. Nobody's going to buy Squirrelly. He looked like Stripe off of the Gremlins. So I'm like, man, I'm going to be stuck with Squirrelly. Well, I put the dogs in the paper, and the first family who came got the first dibs. And it was one big, beautiful puppy in there that I knew. I'm like, oh, whoever sees this dog, they're going to be like, I want that one, because that's the one I would pick. So the family comes, it's a white family, husband, wife, 2 older kids, and then a little girl. So they're like, okay, bring the puppies up. I bring all the puppies up. And I'm embarrassed because I'm like, man, I know when they see Squirrelly, they're going to be like, what the heck happened to this one? What is that? Now, Squirrelly, I thought wasn't even going to make it because he was so small. I'm like, he ain't going to be the feed. He ain't going to be the eat. This dude was a beast. He would, when I switched him to dog food, they'd all be around the bowl. Squirrely jumps over him, gets in the middle of the bowl, spreads his feet, and he's just eating. He's like, I'm gonna live. I might be small and raggedy, but I'm gonna live. So I joked about Squirrely to the family. I'm like, I don't know what happened to this one. I call him Squirrely, this and that. So they laughed it off. Well, it was time to make a decision. All of them over there whispering and stuff. And they're like, I saw it. It's like, that one right there. And I'm like, I knew he was going to pick that one. And that one's going for $1,500. So he's like, yeah, we want that one right there. I picked that beautiful one, puppy up, gave it to him. And they look over, and guess who the little girl was holding on to? Squirrely. Yeah, man. And they're like, well, honey, I think we got us a pick. She's like, no, I want Squirrely. And you should have saw their faces. Squirrely? Honey, what about this one? Look at this one. No, I want Squirrely. And she started to whine. The husband had to break down. He called, come. How much for both of them? Can you give me a discount on Squirrely? Squirrely ended up being a first round draft pick. Somehow my man went first round. I was like so happy to get rid of him. I cut it all the way in half. I'm like, oh, Squirrely, you want a deal? Absolutely. I'll cut that in half. Buy this one for a price. You'll get half price off. Half price. Take Squirrely. I bet you the other puppy's like, how does Squirrely go? You got to be. I know I'm better looking than that dude. And he went first round thanks to that little girl. Yeah, man. Fathers and their daughters. She started to well up, and he was like, oh, dang on it. How much for both? So anyway, I'm so glad I'm out of that business though. Now God bless y'all.
There's some kings in the building. Do your fist up and show some respect. There's gorillas in here. Gorilla in here. Gorillas in here. Gorilla in here. Gorillas in here. Gorilla in here.